Welcome to the Sligo Show, and my name is Mary Nielson, and today I am interviewing the one and only Brendan Tierney. Hello, Brendan.
Hi, Mary.
How does it feel to be on the other side of the fence?
It's nice, yeah. You kind of just have to wait for the questions and answer rather than have to keep thinking and thinking and thinking.
So we'll see if it's more difficult to be the interviewer or the interviewee.
That's for sure. Well, I'm sure you're going to be a tough interviewer as well now.
Well, let's see about that. Let's go back to the beginning, because I actually thought you were from Mayo.
Oh, God.
I actually thought you had a Mayo accent. I don't know why. But anyway,
maybe I can.
You're from Tuam?
From just outside Tuam. It'd be like saying I'm from Sligo Town, but I'm from Galway. So it's like a little parish called Killeran outside of Tuam.
Okay. And did you marry an Irish woman? An Irish woman? Yeah, Sligo woman, I should say.
No, married a lovely lady from Belfast.
Oh,
yeah,
Belfast.
Niamh. So we met in Sligo just after all the whole college time and that. And then, so we're here since and we're not leaving.
And what brought you to Sligo?
College. Came here to college. My older brother Aidan came here in '96, and then I kind of came down once or twice. I liked the look of it. There was a course I was interested in. It was an environmental science degree,
which is odd, considering what you're doing now.
I never used it in my life.
Never used it.
No.
But like any degree, it's a good thing to have, and it's an education. So it'll help in some
college.
shape or form.
It was being in the college that really kind of made me what I'm doing, or made me what I am or what I'm doing today, I suppose. So it was that whole life and connections.
Let's go back to when you were younger.
Okay.
Because I'm interested in that, because there's a funny gene in your family. Now, I don't mean there's a funny gene. I mean, there's that funny gene in your family, because your brother is a very famous impersonator, Aidan Tierney.
That's right, Tierney Talks.
Tierney Talks, and he's very, very funny and does like brilliant things on TikTok and all sorts.
Yeah.
And so I wonder, was there a little bit of, competition on the funny side when you were growing up? Because you're a funny guy too.
Thank you. Hopefully not too boring at times.
No,
growing up, normal enough. Aidan could always impersonate anyone, whether it was like people in the locality, famous people, and then as he got older he just got more and more into it, and then he kind of took a jump one day and it went mad. When I was young, you would have just done school plays. We weren't into really drama or anything locally, neither of us. No, I wouldn't think people would tell you, say, oh, they were awful funny. Like little things in school, maybe. I remember writing very funny stories out of the whole school laughing, but it wasn't a common. Weren't the class clowns, let's say, or
I was just going to say, were you not the funny guy in the class?
I wouldn't imagine so. No, I'd
were
say
you
if
a
you asked
naughty
my
boy?
own. No.
Were you a good child?
I was in school, anyways. I was quite okay, I think. Yeah, but very shy now. Terribly shy young fella.
Shy.
I cried at everything from going to the doctor, going to the dentist, first confession, first communion. Everything. I was really nervous, and terrible.
Would you say you had a sensitive soul?
I don't know what I had, but I needed a kick in the hole, maybe. Sensitive soul, needed a kick in the hole.
That's certainly sensitive.
Yeah.
So moving on then, from school, and you were in college in Galway, and then you ended up in Sligo, and then you met the lovely...
College in Sligo, yes.
Yes, college
or school in Sligo, Galway, yeah.
So that brings you to Sligo. So you're very, very fantastic at promoting Sligo on the marketing front. And did that come from, because I know you had a role in Sligo in the college as a marketing...
Well, it was. I think a lot of people get awful confused about what I do.
I know, that's what we're going to put right today. Because I know you've been getting quite a few calls lately.
Well, yes, it's funny, because I put up a thing the other day saying, look, I'm not involved with X, Y or Z festival, which I have no problem with that, but just in case, like, someone could be emailing a festival looking for a gig and then they get no reply perhaps, or they don't get the gig and they might think it's me, so I had to go, it's not me. But like I've often led people, connected them with the festivals as well. But I suppose to give you a very brief summary, came to college in '99. After the third year, there was a number of people kind of were telling me you should run for the student union. I had no interest in politics, no interest in being in the student union. I never thought I'd be in it. I actually put in a nomination to be a vice president first, but then the nominations closed on a certain date, and in between that time from the opening, people convinced me, no, actually go for the president. I was laughing going, not a hope. I did change my mind. I went for it and won it. And I suppose from there, that year, we ran loads of events. I still think when I did my speech in the election, I had an idea called Rag Days. Because I said, why we should have 1 week where we have a bit of fun. Let's have days during the year. And I'd say that possibly was one of the key things that got me elected, But even in that year, like running to the campaign, I met the director of the college. Whereas others maybe gone up doing speeches and saying this. We were so used to it in college. They're saying they're going to get this, saying they're going to get that. Whereas I always had that notion of going, tell them the truth. So I wish there was more politicians that did that way, just said, this is what's actually going to happen. So I suppose I had that ethos. But being in the Students' Union, then running events, we ran gigs, we had Tommy Tierney in the college, like massive, like in the big, huge Ola Maxim at the time. So I got into that whole world of events and marketing, and I got friendly with the nightclub owner because Envy was the main nightclub of the day. Equinox, maybe a few years before, Philip McGarry, God rest him. A huge loss to the town, by the way, who died a number of years afterwards at a young age. just got friendly and connected with him and started DJing, just started arranging events. And I suppose that if you could speed on to now, it's kind of led me into that whole world.
You kind of fell into it, really.
Unquestionably. I have a degree in environmental science.
Yeah.
I don't have, necessarily what you might... I did an online digital marketing degree, or diploma, years later, just kind of to go, well, I better have some qualification what I'm doing. But most of it is just, I suppose, maybe it's just a natural kind of desire or a flair for that kind of thing. So that's the kind of speed through college to why I'm doing it. But when you go back to Sligo, it's an amazing county and town. And it's so funny to meet the other day, and there was 5 of us at a table, and no one was from Sligo, but we all live and work in Sligo. And they were just saying how it's often the outsiders that maybe really appreciate it.
Correct.
And now there's plenty of, I'm not trying to say there's locals who don't obviously as well, but I just think maybe the energy and the drive to some of the projects will come from some people outside, because it's absolutely amazing. Like, it kind of has everything. Amazing music scene, amazing foodie scene. It's a good town for shopping. It's great for hosting events because it's so well connected with alleyways and it's so central and the river runs through it. But it's been good to me, you know what I mean? A lot of people are good to me in Sligo. So if I can, not trying to sound twee or a martyr or anything like, but if I can help someone with something, I will. And I'll share loads of stuff from other people's events or gigs. And then I think that's where people think, oh, he must be involved in that as well. Like, whereas
do you think if you were living in Galway, you would get involved as much, being as though that's your home county?
Well, the person I became in Sligo, if I was to now move, I probably would. But if I just stayed in Tuam or Galway, maybe I mightn't have really gone down those avenues. I might have gone a different way.
It's funny,
so I suppose that's developed the person I am,
And you mentioned politics, Brendan.
Yes.
And I see another role for you there.
Oh, God. People say this all the time as well.
Do they?
Yeah, constantly. Didn't you think I should run for politics? Okay, so
I think you'd be fantastic.
Someone gave me an example today. I think it was when I ran for the student union. It started that I wasn't even in the class the day I became class rep. That was like in first year or second year. So that was the first semblance of I must have done something right that people voted me in. I didn't even know half the class, but they elected me class rep. Student union, other people kind of told me. I never wanted to do it. I know for a fact some people go in the student union and there's a goal. I want to be a politician. I hate so much about politics. I think there should be no political parties. I think there should be just independent. Because what is that not the ultimate democracy? Because there's people being told. So I have a huge
But I think you need the yin and the yang to come together and find that common.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just, I suppose people will know that I'm particularly a bit frustrated with politics in Ireland.
Yes, I can see that.
Yeah, very much so. And there's some good people in what's called the main parties, but I just think for years it's just one mess after another. And that's why I say I think it would be lovely to have a change, but I don't know what the right or wrong change is. But I just think we need them all to be more aware of, like even the Northwest. We did a campaign, myself and Anthony Gray in town there, where we tried to say, look, let's get a motorway to the Northwest. Did it, 7 or 8 years ago, went to the Dáil. I didn't want to call it a protest. It was just like a march or a rally, just saying, hello, we're still here. So I think people need to influence the powers that be and that kind of thing, going, look, we're not idiots anymore. We don't just bow and say yes. And there's loads of brilliant politicians in all parties, especially in Sligo. There's some great ones, you know what I mean? And so when people see me being a bit more emotional about politics, I'm frustrated by the rubbish that goes on. I'm frustrated by especially the Northwest, the forgottenness. It's kind of changing a bit, but it's not. I don't believe it's really politician driven. I think it's people driven. So that's where I'll be vocal in that. I don't ever see myself running for politics.
But I think a local level, whereas
I mean, I'd rather be doing stuff I enjoy. Like if you said, what's your favourite thing to do? Messing.
Okay.
Fun acting, fun music, and people see me doing a lot of serious things.
Yeah, okay.
If you tell me you're going to pay to be an actor, a comedy actor, or you're going to pay to just play music, give me that any day. So that's your life is too short to be stuck in something you don't really want. I would influence and maybe pressure politics, but I could never see myself going into it. Now, I could never see myself doing a lot of things I did in my life. So who knows? But
who knows?
People definitely think I have this idea and a drive. I don't. You can actually say nice things about a place and be energetic about a place without going, oh, they have an agenda here or they have an angle. I definitely don't.
Well, we've knocked that on the head.
That's for sure, that's for sure.
So you own Fox Events?
Yep, Fox Events and Marketing.
Yeah, which you use to...
Well, it's a job. It's I have 2 part-time.
And you have your BT.
The driving school.
Yeah,
the driving school and the marketing. The marketing, a lot of it would be running social media for companies around town. It's I've done it for years now.
Okay.
And I work with some events then. My own is the comedy festival, but I've worked with other festivals over the years. And it's, you come in, you do a production manager, stage manager, different jobs like that, marketing, PR, so I do a lot of that. But the driving school then started about 13 years ago. And I've even evolved that now to online. So I have an online learning platform. So I'm more and more want to go towards going into schools maybe, or just not actually going into a car teaching people, just online stuff. So that's where that's
any funny stories of when you were out and about?
Anything
stick in your mind?
I've had people sit in the car the very first lesson and just chatting away. And okay, so you show them all the stuff. Now you're going to sit in the car, and then this one girl said, "Oh no, I don't want to drive." I said, "Well, why did you come to a driving lesson?" Like petrified. And it's funny, I managed to get that person to drive straight away and
no way.
Out the road out to Radisson here, like. But yeah, I've had people go the wrong way in a roundabout, turn up a junction the wrong way.
Right, but nothing serious, nothing.
No. Well, I mean, we have pedals. You're always watching.
Oh, you have pedals. So
you couldn't. God, you wouldn't be able to teach if you didn't.
True. You have to have
that. No, it's been a lovely job because not only are you meeting people, you're helping them get a big life goal as well.
Yeah,
so I enjoy that.
We helped my son get his driving test, so and he got it first time. So fair play.
That's it.
And travelling. Do you like travelling? Where is the furthest you've been from?
A honeymoon, went to Thailand.
Nice.
Like we were talking about this the day. I would have no desire to go on a plane for 24 hours to Australia, for example. I've never been to America. I'm not hugely travelled. A bit about Europe on that. We went to Lapland before. That was another cool journey. To be honest, give me. We have a lovely caravan out here out in Maharao, out in North Sligo. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. So you like them?
Give me a week out there.
Yeah. You don't like the travelling thing. You're not into that.
Not a big thing. And I'd as I said, give me a week by the pool somewhere in the sun every so often, and I'm happy.
And you're
enough.
happy?
Yeah, or going to sporting events. I suppose that'd be my biggest thing I'd like to travel for.
Where would you have rather been from if you weren't from Ireland?
Where I'd rather been from? I was at a festival once and two people in one day, not even linked, said, "Oh, are you from Denmark?"
No
so
way.
There you go. And Tuam, okay.
You have resemblance, I have to say.
Maybe I have a link. Where I'd like to have been from? I always liked Scandinavia. Always looks like a cool place to live. I love their forward thinking with their education system and all that. I like that.
And they're environmentally friendly.
Yeah. I think that would stick to me. Like I did the environmental science degree, so I would be a green kind of leaning person. You know what I mean? Not politically, just as in like being looking after things in the environment.
They're not as funny as the Irish, let me tell you. So
I think when you look at it,
more crack here.
Yeah, absolutely.
You'd miss the crack.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. I think I was definitely born in the scene of let's have a bit of crack. Like.
So, what age would you like to live to?
Oh, I'm definitely living to 100. I know people laugh. I say this.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I say the same. I say I'd like to see 100.
If people think I'm daft, then that's their own business. I don't really care.
Yeah.
I have this thing that I live to 100, and why? Because I've a lot of things to do yet.
For 4.
Yeah.
And you're 100, and you die.
Yeah.
Right, and you get to the gates of heaven, and you meet
St.
Peter or whoever comes down to the
around,
gate.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I say, well, I hope that inside those gates is just a nice chill out zone and I get to maybe meet people that have passed away too young down here, you know what I mean? So we've
famous people, friends, family?
Yeah, loads of famous people that died, especially the music and sport world. So I mean, if you could just sit around a big table with these cool people you never got to meet. But family as well, there's a lot of good people and even friends in Sligo that have passed away too early and that. So you always hope that, if other people are spiritual or believe in heaven, I think it'd be nice to.
Heaven?
I would be religious to the point of I'm not devout. I don't go to mass. I would say prayers. Maybe it's just probably from my upbringing and culturally.
Spiritual.
I suppose I think there's just a good vibes. I would be half on good vibes and karma. I'm a massive believer in that. Just do good things come back to you. And I suppose pray 100%. For people and just again, I know people will question that. That's everyone's own individual thing. I think it's a faith, and I think it just gives you something else to balance yourself off. Going, there's a bigger power, whatever or whoever that is.
Put the vibes out and the vibes.
Yeah. I've seen it a million times. I've told it to my kids a million times that good vibes and just be good to people. And I've seen it too many times working for me that there's definitely something to it.
Well, we'll end on that nice note.
No problem.
And thanks very much, Brendan Tierney.
Well done, Mary. Thanks. Nice to have you in the hot seat as well. So
it's been great. Thanks much.
So if you liked what you just seen, don't forget to like and subscribe on our YouTube channel here. We've loads of great interviews from a load of really interesting people over the series. And if you're on social media, which I'm sure loads of you are, we are on Instagram and Facebook, so give us a follow there.